Wandavision! Welcome back to Tambay TV. Happy New Year, Kung Hei Pat Choy, Happy Valentine's, first of the year. I'm your host, pael Fajardo. With me is Willie Wilson.
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother? Happy New Year, bro. It's been this is your first for the year because last we reviewed was fucking Mando, right?
I know. Been busy.
been blessed. What you? We were talking before the show. You said the teams all started up again.
Yeah, most of the teams started up again, except for I think maybe Hennepin and Talking Tech, since they were the last teams that finished in the finals. But yeah, most of the teams started back up again with provisions as far as
how crazy is that? Stuff? Do you have to go in PPEs and shit?
No. We just gotta wear.
Some shoots do, because commercial shoots.
It's still pretty crazy because imagine you're a coach, right? And when the way you give instructions are pretty much verbally, but then you have to wear a mask, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking to you. As soon as I cover my mouth, it's all
oh shit.
Okay, so add to that a face shield.
Do you still have to do that shit?
I gotta wear a face shield. And you know what? It's all about the IATF taking precautions, trying to keep everybody safe.
Of course.
I'm not mad at that. And
at least it's starting up again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm just I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to start actually playing basketball again.
That's true. When does the conference start? What's the next one? Is it Governor's Cup? Is that what you start off with?
Well, all Filipino Cup
first, and
when
then
it will start, I do not know.
Oh, they haven't given a date yet.
They've given tentative dates. I never really pay attention to the exact date because I'm like, when they start, they start.
But if you're practicing, you're preparing for a fight. You know what I mean? It's like
but
preparing
it's not,
for a fight.
You can't really compare basketball to boxing or MMA. Wherein I have this 2 or 3 month training camp, and then I'm going to fight. Where you start here, you build, and
exactly.
Then you take off.
Why not? Isn't it the same?
It's just the way where you don't play pickup boxing.
You do sparring sessions.
Yeah, but sparring sessions are built into your training, right?
That's true. Yeah.
It's built into your preparation for the fight.
Yeah, 3 rounds of mitts, 3 rounds.
Those that spar recreationally, I guess you would compare that to pickup basketball.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is kind of like we're just getting the feel for the ball back, getting the rust out, and we're not kicking the players' asses or anything like that, or
So what's a day like?
Usually
scrimmage.
No scrimmaging because you're only allowed to have 10 people in the gym max.
How about the other fucking players?
That's including coaches.
I know. How about the other players? Because there's like 12 in a team at least, right?
Yeah, at least. So you cut it up into 2 groups.
The ones who suck and the ones who don't suck, or is it like a mixture of your?
No, what you want to do is you don't want to put all your best guys or your top players in one group. Because say for instance somebody gets sick with COVID or whatever, God forbid, it's going to affect the whole group because now they all got to quarantine.
Not all your good eggs in one basket.
When they all quarantine, now all your best guys are gone.
Gone.
Yeah, so you want to mix them up.
I get it.
But a typical day, it would be like any skills training. So if we're talking about skills training, we're just talking about working on ball handling, mostly half-court stuff. So nothing too strenuous, but just,
Do you have free throw in your resume? Do you have free throws?
Yeah, we get the free throw shooting. But the free throw shooting coincides with the breaks. So you'll give a water break. run to the side, get your water, straight to the free throw line, get your shots up.
Nice.
So it's all about, you know, getting as many shot attempts up, as many reps as possible. So aside from that, you may want to mix a little bit of what you're going to be doing offensively in there into your skill work. So if this is the pattern that you run offensively, that's what you mostly would be having them do their skill work to that framework.
I get it. Nice. Cool. At least it's, well, give us a preview when, bro. Like, more or less, when do we expect
I'm thinking the earliest that we start is April.
Wow, that's far, man. That's far.
That's the earliest that we would be starting.
Okay. Well, that's far, though. That's a lot of... So is that a daily thing? Do you practice daily for that?
No, we're just doing it 3 times a week.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, and it's non-contact, so you know, socially distanced. It's socially distanced basketball.
I get you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So you know, it's the truest form of skill work.
What do you mean? How? Sorry, it's taken us a while to get to Wandavision, but we'll finish this. I'm also curious.
You know, like it's like just basic individual skill work, wherein there's no competition. It's just you versus the rim.
Discipline, repetition.
So I say the truest form of skill work is because it just brings it back to where it's just you, a basketball, and a court, and you're just out there, you know, just hooping, just working out.
Nice. Cool. Anyway, I have been busy with commissions and working on a movie. Eric Matthews announced that already. Yeah. Haven't told you that?
Yeah, you told me a little bit about that.
I'm happy. I wish I could share the art. I'm doing concept art for the movie. He's doing Bonifacio. I'm helping him do that. Just to hype it up a little bit. He wants it like a Braveheart feel. He wants something modern yet contemporary. Epic. Very epic. The scenes he has in mind are very fucking epic. Anyway.
Lord of the Rings type stuff?
Well, we don't have any orcs and shit, so maybe
but I mean, like you're spanning, you're going from one place to the next.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's got very scenic shots.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to what I'll do with it, and I'm excited.
Best fight scenes out there.
Fuck, bro. Can I just say that fucking drawing a fight scene is a bitch, like a war. It took me a while because you wanted like groups of people, like, you know, see them like, bumping into each other, blood everywhere. You'd think that it's
man, like the greatest war scenes that I've seen in cinema or on TV have been Lord of the Rings,
for sure.
Game of Thrones,
fucking Battle of the Bastards is like up there forever.
That's and then there was this one. It was a Civil War movie.
What's it called?
I think it might have been the Hatfields and the McCoys, or maybe not. But there was a scene in there where it was either the North. The North was attacking the South, and then one of them had the high ground. But it was a surprise attack.
Who's starring in it?
So I don't even remember the actors, but they one of the sides gets caught in a ridge. Then all of a sudden they're just like just all packed in and they can't get out. And then the other group is just shooting down at them. And they get close up on the scene. It was a movie, I think it was a movie. They get close up on them. And they show faces getting trampled in the mud.
Something like that. Something that intense.
It was just crazy, man. It was just crazy. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
But I never seen anything so damn graphic.
Yeah. Speaking of graphic, let's talk about Wandavision. What a segue.
Let's do it.
That's a bad segue. But we're like 10 minutes in and people are like, what the fuck? Where the fuck's Wandavision? Bro, let me begin
I
with.
thought we were going to hear about Wandavision.
I know. And I start with Wandavision. And let me start off with spoilers. Spoilers. If you haven't seen it, up to this point, we'll be spoiling shit. But before you go, I want you to take note that the first 2 episodes are shit by my book, and the rest but it heats up like really, really fast. So spoiler warning.
Dude,
goodbye, come back.
Sorry to cut you off.
Go.
The movie was Cold Mountain.
Wait, I want to see who that.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. So that's a war movie.
Dude, it's a movie about the Nicole Kidman and what's the guy's name?
Ewan McGregor looks. Oh no,
Jude Law.
Ooh, and Natalie Portman's in it too.
Yeah.
Why have I not seen this?
So it's a love story. But Jude Law's a soldier. And during that time, you had people that couldn't fight would be patrolling the areas because there's no men, because all the men are fighting in the war. They would be just like pillaging.
I get it. I'll look it up. It's 71% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to WandaVision, brother.
Let's do it.
We've been wanting to do this review, but it's always like the tripod can't stand because Mr. Peak is busy doing his daddy duties and shit. Which you both understand. But for me, because this week's episode, off the bat, I'm telling you now, we're on episode 6.
6.
Right? For me, it's the best one so far. But
it just gets better and better.
It gets better and better every week. That's the magic of it. But the first 2 for me, which they both dropped on the same day, I just could not resonate with it. I don't get it. I told you guys, right? I fucking hated it. And I'm like, why do we need to do this? But you liked it. And I've been dying to hear why. What about it was, I want to swing it into a positive. I want to like it like how you did. Why?
Well,
what did you...
What I liked most about it, especially the first few episodes, were it brought me back to my childhood.
So that's the dagger, huh?
So growing up, I don't know if our viewers are gonna be able to relate, but there were TV shows that I saw. So I used to watch this one TV show called Leave It to Beaver. It might have been black and white. I used to see this. The start of the show was like the Andy Griffith Show. I used to watch that.
Shit, these are all sitcoms and shit, right?
So that was the intro, and I still remember it.
Do it again.
Because I grew up with that.
That was very soft. We didn't hear that.
My whistling ain't that good anymore.
I get it.
So I grew up with that movie, Mr. Ed. That was the one with the talking horse.
Okay, see, these are shows that I do not understand.
So these shows came out around the same time as the original Batman show.
Yeah, the Adam West one.
So the Adam West one, wherein Batman was with Robin, and Robin would say those cats. It was all black and white. And,
no, but Batman and Robin was not black and white. So.
No, the original one.
The original one was before they colored it. I remember. Yeah.
And they colored it, and he was still wearing gray.
Yeah.
And then after that, the newer shows was like I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched. And then after that, you got Three's Company.
Which part was Three's Company? Because I get Bewitched when she does like the magic shit. Because I'm only familiar because Bewitched has already been remade so many.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a movie of it.
Company was the one guy with the 2 female roommates.
I know that. I know the series, but which part of WandaVision was Three's Company?
No, not necessarily. Did I see that show in WandaVision? Okay. It's just that the different episodes. They go from decade to decade to decade. And
yeah.
You just see the Brady Bunch. You just see a little bit of those shows. Because there's not one specific show that WandaVision will copy off of. They would like blend different shows and combine it into the episode.
Exactly. Which
speaking of episode 6. I saw a little bit of Friends. I mean, not Friends. A little bit of Seventh Heaven.
Yeah, Malcolm in the
A
Middle.
little bit of Malcolm in the Middle. A little bit of all that into the show. What was the other one with Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Party of Five.
Show. Party of Five. A little bit of Party of Five.
A little bit. But you knew it was more 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
that was the feel.
Exactly.
With the handheld, with the tapes and shit. Yeah, see, that part I could relate to, but the first, that's why I really hated it until episode, was it 3 when they started showing the real world? Because the first fucking episode, I remember it had 3 fucking, it irritated me to hell. It had 3 post-credit scenes. I mean, credit scenes. It was credits on the TV, and then credits for the one watching it, and then another fucking credits at the end after. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? It's like 10 minutes of credits. So I'm like, I didn't understand, but they do tie it in. It makes it's
and then we find out later that they're actually in a sitcom. She actually created a sitcom because Kat Dennings' character was able to get a hold of STV and actually watch the whole thing.
Exactly, yeah. Which I liked. I liked fucking Darcy being back in the fucking show. I mean, in the universe.
She was in Thor, right? She
exactly.
Thor,
yep,
right?
Yep. Darcy. Okay. That's her name there.
All right.
She was
with what's her name? Thor's girlfriend.
What? Which one?
Thor. Which one is Thor's girlfriend? What's her name? Black Swan.
Portman.
Yeah.
Jane Foster. Yeah. I like that. Her episode was like last episode, was it? Or was it episode 4? Somewhere around there. When she showed up, her episode I like too because it's in fucking color. Because what breaks my heart
is... 4? Episode 4 or episode 5?
Maybe 4 or 5. No, maybe... Because, see, that's why I want to do this weekly. So we don't fucking miss weeks. But I remember it got colored. It got colored episode 3. That's for sure, right? We got to meet Monica Rambeau, who eventually becomes, Photon. And did you know that she was actually...
I had no idea. Who is Photon?
Okay, wait. Let's do a share screen.
Break that down to me.
Yep. Wait. Share screen. DJ moment. I'm baked. Yeah. Where is that? Okay, there it is. There you go. Photon. She was actually Captain Marvel before Monica Rambeau. She was Captain Marvel before what's Brie Larson's cap? Before I'm blanking right now. Captain Marvel is
I didn't even know her last name was pronounced like that.
Rambeau. Yeah, Rambeau. Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers. I didn't have to look it up, but I just remembered. She was... Monica Rambeau is... there you go. Photon. But she was actually Captain Marvel before Carol Danvers was Captain Marvel.
In the comic book.
In the comic book. Yeah. So here...
Dude, this series, just to segue a little bit...
Go.
...has nothing to do with House of M.
Or doesn't it?
I haven't
seen
anything that can relate to House of M.
That's true. Not yet, because we know that she's created... Because House of M is like... It starts off with no more mutants, right?
Yes. She just speaks it.
She speaks it. Or is that the end? Is that the beginning or the end of House of M?
The beginning.
The beginning, right? And then everything gets fucked up.
Mutants.
Exactly. Yeah. And then we get different stories of alternate realities of Wolverine being part of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Dude, they showed this one story of, I think her name is Magma.
Magma? Uh-huh.
Yeah, some chick, and she's like, she has her powers, and her powers are she's fireproof. So she's like in a volcano.
Is this House of
you
M?
know, with some other guy, I think. I forgot the name of the other mutant.
This chick?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Scarlet Witch says no more mutants. She loses her powers and falls into the volcano and dies.
Oh, I don't remember that. That's in House of M?
Yeah, House of M.
See, my theory is, well, she's practicing. We're at least beginning to see the depth. I mean, the what's the word I'm looking for? The scope of her powers, the magnitude of her powers, right?
Yeah,
it's literally especially as episode 6 was become bigger and bigger and bigger, because she's getting more insecure with what's happening inside that bubble. Well, before we go anywhere, man, the fucking Quicksilver of it all, which began last week and then continues this week. What were your when we were talking on the phone last week?
I was freaked out, dude. I was freaked out.
You were freaked out?
I was like, what's going on? Why did we get this Quicksilver?
You didn't get it at first glance. Quicksilver. Marvel. You didn't get it, right? You didn't figure out that this is our dude.
No, I knew this was the old Quicksilver.
The old Quicksilver
from the X-Men movie.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that went into the house, saved all the people.
Yep, exactly.
So we got the Quicksilver that's like a practical Joker.
Exactly. This is what Ali was telling me over the phone, and I was laughing as he said. He compared it. He goes off. Quicksilver, right? We were talking about Quicksilver and how Evan Peters is the better fucking Quicksilver compared to Aaron Taylor Johnson, the other guy. He's like, Van Halen? I'm like, of course I know Van Halen, right? He's like, Sammy Hagar versus David Lee Roth as vocalists? Those two guys, right? No?
I have no idea who those guys are.
Well, to those who do know, he said Sammy Hagar is to Aaron Taylor Johnson as is fucking David Lee Roth as fucking Evan Peters doing Quicksilver as a better vocalist. So that was the thing. I'm like, damn, that is a good fucking comparison. I like that. Because he's the more fan favorite of the two, if you were to connect. Because, let's face it, right? What has this Quicksilver done, really, aside from dying? His powers suck. Nothing, right?
First of all, if you're Quicksilver, a bullet should not be able to plug in.
Yes. Was that a meme? That was a meme.
Let alone 4 or 5 of them.
Exactly. Oh, it was a meme. That was a meme. This guy said blah 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 blah.
How are you faster than the speed of sound?
Exactly.
But, dude, it just makes no sense.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, these two were also in Kick-Ass. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
Do you remember the movie Kick-Ass, though?
I remember the movie. I don't remember. I mean, I know I watched it. I just don't remember.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson was actually Kick-Ass. And then he was a friend. Right there. There you go. That's better. Quicksilver is best friends with Quicksilver.
That awkward moment.
Yeah, dude. I fucking loved it. And
so
go.
My thing is like as soon as I saw the other Quicksilver or the first Quicksilver, I call him the first one. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Now they're bringing in the X-Men.
Exactly. That's why I was freaking out. I was calling you guys, remember, after episode 5. I'm like, don't have it spoiled! Because I'm sure some asshole would post a fucking, a meme or a spoiler post on their Facebook, So I'm like, don't get on anything! Just like, remember when Luke Skywalker showed up in the last episode of Mando, and I was, that same time, I was like, don't check social media! Go straight to fucking watching. You know what they're saying, though, man? At the end of this, and they say that it's leaked I don't like covering leaks, and I don't like looking at leaks also. But what I heard is they have like a Luke Skywalker and Mando type ending for fucking Wandavision. That's what they said. For me, Quicksilver was already up there. That could have been equal. I mean, my joy level is like fucking give me Days of Future Past and X-Men, Fox X-Men, WandaVision. I mean, Fox X-Men Quicksilver in WandaVision, and I'm happy as shit. And remember, I love how meta. You know what? Have you heard kids use the word meta? You know what that means? That shit is meta.
I've never heard anybody
Really?
use that. But I'm assuming it's from metahuman.
No. It's like meta. It's self-referential. It's, you know how Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. You know what the fourth
Yeah,
wall
he's
is,
always
right?
talking. He's always talking to the camera.
Camera. That's what meta is. It's like it knows. It's kind of self-aware that way. When she goes, what happened to your accent? And he's like, what happened to yours? And then you're like, oh shit, burn. Because you know how she has that.
Will
accent.
Smith used to always do that in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Really? With who?
Yeah, something would happen, and then he'd look directly at the camera and be like,
There you go. That's meta. That's kind of that's meta. Or that's more breaking the fourth wall, because he's breaking. He's talking to the. Once you talk to the audience, it's called breaking the fourth wall. It's like, you know, in a stage, there's like wall 1, wall 2, wall 3 behind you. So the fourth wall is the one in front of you. So when you look at the camera and acknowledge it, that's called breaking the fourth wall. Or like when a chick in a porn movie you're watching starts to look at the camera and then it breaks the mood. That's breaking the fourth wall.
unless it was what do you call that? Where
POV.
yeah, point of view.
Exactly.
The point of view. I actually like those.
I like those too, but I don't like it when it's a scene and then you can see the chick checking out the camera like, dude, you just
Yeah, I don't like
and scene. That even in Hollywood movies, you know, it's done intentionally. It's done with, when you look at the camera, it's done with intent. That's called breaking the fourth wall. Or sometimes you can talk, you know, to the camera. Then it gets meta when you start talking. You know what I mean? Because it's, you know, you're in a show, or you know you're in a movie, which is what I love when he said, "What happened to yours?" Because you know how she has this Slovakian or Sokovian accent in Ultron, but she loses it in Civil War, or maybe a little bit of in Civil War. It's on and off in Civil War, so it was kind of an inside joke.
Do they ever discuss why that happened?
No, exactly. And did you notice? And I didn't notice this at first watch. Joey, shout out to Joey, my boy. We'll be having him on the podcast soon too. Anyway, he goes, "Did you notice that when she stepped outside the bubble, she got her accent back?" Try to notice that. Yeah.
Definitely.
Right? You noticed that? I didn't notice it the first time. He's like, I'm like, wow, that was fucking sharp. Because
I did notice that she got her accent back. I just didn't pay any attention. I didn't pay it any mind. I was like, oh, maybe
she just slept.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why it was meta when he said, "What happened to yours?" It's like, you lost it too. Why are you questioning me? And whenever she'd ask him a question, he's like, "You're testing me." But he never fucking answers. He never fucking answers. Is he real? What is he? And I love that.
He?
I want to believe so. I want to believe that this is the beginning. This is okay. We could talk like fucking theories and shit. My theory is, what I'm hoping is that she pulled them from the multiverse because of her powers. You know what I mean? There's like a bridge where it becomes like a web where she connects because of her power. She could pull.
Is she that strong? Because all the people there are actual humans, right?
Exactly.
That are there, not of their free will.
So what's your theory? What do you think? What do you think it is? You think it's real?
No, I think it's fucking somebody wearing somebody else's face.
Oh, that would break my heart though.
They're like a shapeshifter or something.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking Shadow King.
Because if she pulled somebody like Mystique or some shit, if she pulled him in there,
But she doesn't have a connection with Mystique. That's the thing, though.
But Mystique is a mutant, and if we're talking about the mutant, Mystique used to work for her dad.
Yes, that's true.
So, like, the thing is that
I didn't see that. I like that. I like that.
If she brought him over, he should know everything that happened, or unless he grew up in a different reality.
It's a different reality.
The multiverse. Yeah.
No, but then
which also could work.
Which could also work. So I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping it's like the doorway to the fucking mutants, and that big reveal in the end is a white-haired fucking Michael Fassbender. Boom! That's your fucking nail in a coffin. Right, isn't it? Think about it. Your fucking Ender is fucking Fassbender, all white-haired. You know how fucking Ian McKellen used to look, but then this time it's Michael Fassbender because it's been a couple of years, but it's a different universe. Or
they're gonna age him with CGI.
We don't have to just give him white hair because you know Magneto's always had white hair. You know what I mean, right? In the comics, he was never fucking black haired or brunette or whatever. Michael Fassbender is, man. Plus, also another thing.
Did you like him? Did you like him as Magneto?
I loved him as Magneto. Yeah. Did you? You didn't?
Well, I was comparing him to
Ian McKellen.
The Ian McKellen, and the Magneto that I've always known has always been older, based off of the cartoons.
Because in the comics, bro, wait, I'll show you. Magneto, he has, for me, aesthetically, he has like the Magneto chin. Which, wait, I'll show you an image. Magneto, the Jim Lee version. There you go, bro. Something like that.
Okay.
Here you go. You see I don't know, structurally.
Do we ever in the comics get to see Magneto without his helmet on?
Yeah, a lot of times. Oh, here's another good cover by Jim Lee, bro. Check this out.
Oh, okay, there you go.
You know.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old, but still buffed as fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
Here's another one. Also Jim Lee drawing.
Okay, got that square jawline.
Square jaw, which Fassbender has. Magneto, Fassbender. I have not read any leaks. This is me wishing this shit to reality. See, and look at that dude in the helmet, bro. Works.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking about the multiverse, who has connections to the multiverse? It's
Strange.
My man, the magician guy.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the sorcerer.
Well, that's been announced from day one, but it's gonna connect to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
The Multiverse of Madness. Now, in episode 6, they were talking about Monica Rambeau's cells being mutated.
Yeah, exactly.
Did they use the word mutated?
Good point. I don't think they did.
I don't remember, but
they are changing. They're moving towards photon, which we were looking at earlier. So that's...
And photon is photon a mutant?
No, because mutants. Joey was asking something similar. He's like, when are mutants mutants? Mutants are born with the X gene, but they're not. So technically, Spider-Man is not a mutant, but.
What was that X-Men movie where they turned people into mutants?
The first one?
Was it the first one?
Yeah.
I think they turned the president got turned into a mutant.
Yeah, the
or something
senator.
Like that.
Yeah, where he turned into water.
Senators.
Or
so
into
I mean,
Well,
I mean, they can for cinematic
That's true.
purposes.
that's true.
They can always, they can always pull something out their ass.
That's true. That can work.
And mutants have a certain chromosome, right?
The X gene. Yeah.
The X gene. And they were talking about cells in episode 6.
Yeah.
So that could be a little change onto, how mutants are made.
Maybe. But I kind of like that. I hope they maintain the powers. Wait, let me stop this. That the powers manifesting at puberty. I love that part because that's what you're not only going through puberty, but you're also going through your powers. I like that part of it.
I'm just thinking of like why would they bring up something about her cells and stuff like that, and unless it had any connection to the mutants.
It's true. Or what if everyone in that fucking neighborhood after this shit are mutants? You know how everyone who crosses that border gets changed.
Yeah.
Even like that fucking drone that they sent in has whatever properties. That's also a thing.
For sure.
It was pretty dark though. Do you remember that part where the girl kept on?
Yeah.
I was crying. Like, oh, this is getting dark. Just when I'm getting irritated, because I'll say now, I don't like the meta part of it where it's like hey, nostalgia, sitcom. I don't like that part. I'm here for the magic. I'm here for the special effects, which we get a lot in this fucking episode. Where remember Vision's going out of the fucking tube.
You got to see Vision fly.
Help! I love that part.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just fucking say that I love, as someone who's been fucking stitching, by the way, bro, I've been stitching real hard, motherfucker.
That's tedious.
That's mando.
That's so tedious.
That is very fucking tedious, bro. That's a preview of what I'm working on. Crazy shit. I've been at this for a week. He's got that mando ass too, bro. I had to pad that shit up just so it looks real. Fucking intense, man. So anyway, remember when Vision comes out in his spandex and fucking yellow chucks? Man, I'm a Chucks fan, just so you know, bro.
Oh yeah, we both are.
I remember we've had this conversation. So when he had yellow chucks on a fucking spandex suit and shorts, I was like, God damn, I'm gonna sew that next, motherfucker.
Yeah, you like that.
Didn't you like that? That was for me. And it was just a red face.
I love that.
And I love that. And he's like, these are the only clothes in my closet. And he looked like a doofus. How about fucking Lizzie Olsen sporting the fucking Wanda classic look? Did you catch? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like that red.
I want to look that up.
The red costume.
Yeah. Wait, Wandavision costume. Wandavision. This one, bro.
I like it.
I like it too. It's like, that's just so, let's compare. It's very, I love that it's spandex because spandex is easy to fucking sew. Just a crazy thing I've been doing, bro, because I don't want to be drawing and shit. This is spandex, bro. Stretch.
So you actually bought that?
I bought this shit, bro.
Just cut it up?
Cut it up. But although this is what you use for like tighter fitting stuff. Because I really want to do my mando, right? I don't agree with the Hot Toys mando that's out there. But anyway, compared to her Scarlet Witch look. Scarlet Witch costume. There you go. No. Comics.
There it is, down at the bottom.
No, I'm looking for a comic version. Something like this. Right?
Yeah.
Close enough, right? But, oh wow, this is a nice looking statue. That's sculpted though. Ooh, this is fucked up.
Damn, what the heck is that about?
I don't know. I just saw it now. It's my first time seeing it too. Oh shit, I lost one. I wanted to see. What did I click on? And then there. Anyway, I saw one where, there you go. Those are. See, this is concept art. Not for concept for like costumes and shit.
It's just it's crazy how Marvel and DC they kind of like mimic each other with regards to their characters.
Do they? Yeah, kind of. Who would be
like
DC?
Vision's counterpart would be Martian Manhunter a little bit as far as the
Nice.
costume.
It's cool. Yeah. Who would Scarlet Witch be?
Huh. I don't know.
We mentioned her earlier. Zatanna. Remember Zatanna?
Oh yeah, Zatanna.
Right.
There you go.
Zatanna.
What's Zatanna's boyfriend's name?
Is it? Are we talking about Constantine?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
John Constantine. And then John Constantine, I guess, would be Doctor Strange.
Tits are too big in this one. Not that I dislike big tits. It's just that. What? Sorry, bro. You were asking.
John Constantine's counterpart would be Doctor Strange.
Yes.
No.
Pretty much. Yeah. I'd say that. But and Superman would be. Nah, see, that's where you fall apart with the Superman.
There's no Superman. Batman would be Iron Man.
Well, you could say Sentry, but he's not as well known as Superman. But power-wise, they're equivalents.
Batman and Iron Man.
Kinda, with the tech.
And Aquaman and what's the dude's name?
Look at how cute she is, man. It's fucking Zatanna. She'd be Scarlet Witch. This is a cool-looking statue too. Man, I'll be printing that once I get my new printer, bro.
Yo, let's take a break. I need to take a piss.
Go. Oh, hold up.
Oh, Ali texted. Okay.
And just like that, we got Mr. Peak in the house. Willie takes a pee break and Ali appears. That's how things roll around here, brother. Look at him, freshly rested from a power.
I make magic with my penis.
With your boa constrictor. Brother, what's up, man? You ready? You hitting the ground running here, man.
Good. I know. I got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
Better than late. Better ever.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Better late than never,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah,
Play on. We were just talking about how fucking episode 5 and 6 kicked ass over the first, I'd say, couple of black and white ones. I was telling people how I disliked the first black and white episodes, and Willie was telling me that it brought him back to childhood and shit. I'm sure you had the same sentiments, right? And
Oh yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Feel free to insert yourself where be.
Hey, Pete, I brought up 3 shows that I grew up with. Leave It
Yeah.
to Beaver, The Andy Griffith Show, and Mr. A.
Oh no. I mean, you're right. You're right on it.
Bewitched. I don't
Right
know
on.
any of those fucking shows, bro.
Hey, can you whistle the theme song from the Andy Griffith Show?
I can't whistle for shit. So
Hey, Ali whistles way better than I can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yours was air,
Yeah.
bro. You were
I know.
throwing out air. So Ali, your thoughts on WandaVision is what I'm asking, bro.
Man, look. We talked about this earlier, right?
Yeah,
Val?
yeah.
And,
Tell the Van Halen
It's-
bit. I kind of told them your Van Halen bit already.
Oh.
So
well, okay. So let me just start off with the whole WandaVision. You cannot bet against MCU, man. You know, it's like trying to bet
from day
against,
one.
at this point. It's like trying to bet against Kobe, or bet against LeBron. You know what I mean? Or bet against Jordan. Like you're full
Or
of
Tom Brady.
Or Tom Brady.
Tom
There you go,
Brady.
Tom. But and
43 years old and still kicking ass. Anyway, yeah. LA,
The way they
speaking of
put-
LA, there you go.
Huh?
A man showing his guns and his love for LA.
the way way they put it all together, man, it's just like, oh my god, and you just want more and more and more. Like I was really concerned about these TV series that they were coming out with a couple of years ago. Dude, if one of them bombs, then the whole franchise is in trouble. You know, like it's a chain reaction. But so far, man, like the direction that they're going in. 'Cause in the beginning, I was like you, Pael. I was kind of concerned. I'm like, okay, but going back to what Willie said, Bewitched. It reminded me of the show Bewitched. I Dream of Jean. Remember that?
Yeah, I love it.
It brought me back to like, because obviously these shows were off the air when I was a kid. When I was like, like 6, 7 years old. Still old enough to remember these shows. But then
I wasn't born yet, just to be clear. Okay.
Yeah, but if you're an American kid, you're like, oh my god, And then fast forward to the 80s, the 70s and 80s. Of course, Brady Bunch, right? Brady Bunch.
That was more on episode 3 when it was colored, right?
I love Lucy.
I Love Lucy. Oh yeah, that's right. I Love Lucy. And then Family Ties, man. Family Ties and a little bit of Full House in it because because of how they have the whole family running across the grass, just like they did in Full House. It's just like, oh man. So
I love
but my question is, I get it. That's what you're trying to bring back to our systems, right? But you're tying it with the MCU. It was kind of weird at the start, right? Why are we tying this up with it?
I was like, what are they trying to? But then you have to always go back to the fundamental base. If you read the comic books, it's like, okay, we know somewhere down the line, Wanda got depressed and she's created her. So like, whenever you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Like you were right, but
yeah, I was angry. I was pissed.
I was a little concerned myself. I was trying to be positive.
Yeah,
right?
you were. I remember you saying the MCU hasn't let us down yet. I'm like,
they have not.
That's true.
They have not. This is like, and now it's like everything. And you know what they like? They didn't waste any time. That was the one thing I liked about that. They didn't have these filler series. They didn't have these filler episodes where it's just all bullshit, right?
For me, episode 1 and 2 were bullshit, bro. No, I mean, I know you guys like them. For me, episode 1 and 2 were kind of bullshit. I could have done without it. Me, but that's me.
Yeah, but when we saw episode 4, then you're like, this and that. Yeah. And now, like I was explaining to Pael earlier, Willie, it's like, because I wanted to know, it's like in the comic books, in House M, she affected everybody around the world.
Exactly.
Okay, everyone's realities were jolted, right, because of her. And I was thinking, so how is she going to expand? Well, the last episode showed it. She got pissed off. That expanded more and more and more. And it's like, okay, now things are really starting to come together. Okay, now let's go to Quicksilver. Hey man, look, listen.
This is what I want to fucking hear.
I love the other guy. I love the other. First of all, sooner or later, I'm going to memorize this guy's real name. Okay, the actor.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. We were just looking him up.
But the thing is, we don't have to fucking remember his name because he's all iconic. I mean, like he stole the show in X-Men. He stole the show.
Evan Peters fucking stole the fucking show.
Dude, and he's stealing it right now. He's stealing it right now. And that's the one thing I like about MCU. Game recognizes game. They recognize talent when they see it. They recognize charisma, energy, and that's what he brings to this MCU, man. It's like, oh my gosh, because think about it. How long could have gone? Even though the stories are really interesting with Wanda and Vision, how long could they have gone without
just
adding that machine?
I was bored already. Honestly, I was bored already. I was like, what am I watching? Right? For a couple episodes, just 2 of them.
Yeah. I mean, look. What's his Agnes? I love it when comedians are at it. because comedians always add something. They always go off script and add their little. She's awesome, man. I loved her, and I loved her. What's that movie with Will Ferrell?
That brother.
Is that?
Yeah, Step Brothers. Where she's always horny and shit. That's the one, right?
Did we just become best friends?
Dude, I love that movie, bro.
Her turn to sing in the car.
In her dinosaur.
She kept cracking on her voice.
Huh?
Was that on making fun of her singing voice?
Yeah. I mean, but okay. So Quicksilver, we're still quite wondering, like, who is he exactly? Because
that's what we were talking about. What's your guess? Do you think it's really him? Willie pulled something like something from the X-Men universe, which he said it's a possibility, Mystique. But then
I said Mystique.
That could be like,
dude, you never know, man.
You never know, right? That would be.
Yeah, but then again, why?
Exactly. But then that was my question.
But then again, that could be another plot. It's like, is this Magneto's way of sucking Wanda back in? Because that's Magneto is the father of Wanda at the end of the day, and Mystique has always been Magneto's
the right man. There you go.
Yeah. So that would be interesting. Mm-hmm. But going back to Quicksilver, let's face it, this Quicksilver is a lot more charismatic, a lot more
electric. How would you say?
He speaks proper English.
Huh? He speaks proper.
He doesn't have an accent.
Well, look, he's just fun. Like that scene. Okay, so when X-Men Days of Future Past, right?
Yeah.
He stole the damn show. Right? And then X-Men
Apocalypse.
He stole the fucking show.
Yeah.
Like I don't want
to the tune of Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, like that shit was hilarious. Like I could watch that. If I have to go back and watch that movie again, I don't give a shit about the rest of the movie. I'm gonna watch that.
I care about Psylocke. I'll watch that for Psylocke again. For Olivia Munn as Psylocke.
Oh. But for some reason, Olivia Munn just kind of fell off. I don't know what it is.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. No.
You're such an ageist, Ali. You're an ageist just because you got older. Yeah, choosy motherfucker. Still Olivia Munn, bro. Anyway.
But okay, so dude. Okay, so this is what I was saying. Willie. I was like, okay, so you and I grew up watching Van Halen. We all grew up watching Van Halen.
He doesn't remember
no, not
Van
me.
Halen.
I didn't watch any Van Halen. I'm sorry.
Okay. Fuck. All right. Anyways,
that's how I felt when I said the joke earlier.
I grew up on the Wu-Tang Clan. I'm sorry, dude. I wasn't exposed I wasn't exposed like that. I'm not from Valencia.
It's okay to like a white rock band, man.
I didn't say it isn't. You're a product of your environment.
You're gonna be any. You know what I'm saying? Like
I listen to Nirvana. I like Nirvana.
Okay, fine. All right, Nirvana. All right, but no. Anyways, okay. Just to kind of update you on Ben. It's like Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth was the guy that started out with Van Halen.
I'm gonna share a screen so that Willie remembers.
Sammy Hagar replaced. Okay.
Yeah, show me who David Lee Roth looks like.
You'll recognize it when you see him.
Yeah. There you go. It's David Lee.
All the way on the left. Okay.
All the way to the left.
Look.
Okay, yeah, I recognize him.
Okay, you recognize him. You know, Jump. Remember?
Yeah. Let's jump.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't even know that they sang that.
No,
this is Sammy. Just to be clear, I love Sammy too. As a vocalist, I like him. I like his voice.
Yeah, but let's face it. who's the guy that grabbed your attention?
Yeah.
Who's the guy
Fucking David.
that front man when he left? They're like, what the? Everyone was like, what the fuck? You know. Oh, really, man? You know, like David Lee Roth made it fucking interesting. He made Van Halen. He put Van Halen on the map. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
He had everything. He was entertainment, man. You wanted to see.
He's
He had
electric
charisma.
Yeah, charisma.
And
Definitely.
that's what I see. That's what I see with this Quicksilver. Like, I can't wait to hear and see what he does next.
Yeah. So, wait, just to be clear.
Yeah.
Is this the real Quicksilver, you think, from the Fox universe?
I'll tell you what, man. I don't know. I'm just
If
happy.
you were to call it.
I don't know, man. I honestly, because there's so many question marks, like with the amount of questions that are answered each and every episode, there's more fucking questions.
That's true.
You know?
I like that. That's true. It's very fucking
What
true.
I'm looking at is like how easily Wanda disconnected with this version of Quicksilver. And Quicksilver is a bit of a smartass. He was just like, you know.
What happened to your accident? I love that.
Yeah. You know, and then the comment he made about her dead husband, or her, you know.
Oh, that pissed her off. Your dead husband can't die again.
Oh.
It was a dick.
Yeah. So it's like he's kind of an antagonist. But you know what? Maybe this is also sort of a segue to, because we're all expecting him to be an Avenger. We're expecting him, if it is really him, to be the good guy. But let's remember, Quicksilver's a fucking bad guy. In the comics.
Yeah.
The bad
Brotherhood. Yeah.
Oh, saw glimpses of that in the beginning of the latest episode. We saw him unruly. Even in the house, even though he was having fun with the kids. And then what was that glare all about? Like, you know, he scared the shit out of Wanda, you know, as Vision left the house. He's sneaked right behind her, scares the shit out of her. Okay. And then when they're down the street with all those kids, what does he say? He says some words there. And then
like Elite Devil Spawn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, talking about how much of that's a everyone's talking about how that's an Easter egg. I don't know exactly what that is, but a lot of people are relating it to Mystifo. But anyways,
Mephisto.
I'm sorry. Aside from that, what did he do with the kids, man? Yeah. What did he do with the kid? He was stealing shit. He was vandalizing shit.
Fucking people up.
Because this particular episode and the TV show within the episode is supposed to be like Malcolm in the Middle, a lot like Malcolm in the Middle, right? That TV show Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep. They were talking about that earlier. Yeah.
Well, I see a clip there saying that Mephisto might be the villain.
Yeah, that's what because of that Hellspawn thing. Because Mephisto.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So you know, there's a lot of questions, man. I don't know. But I would like to believe, and I agree with you, Pael. You know, we spoke earlier. I would like to believe and hope that they stick to that portion of the comic book, that version of the comic book where it's all Wanda. You know, like if it's something else, then be like, shit. It's just that's so cliche. It's so common.
Yeah, because I love it when Willie said it too. Willie's all like, "Isn't she the bad guy in House of M?" It's the truth because she is the fucking. Bad guy. She's always been a bad guy. Just like Quicksilver, he's always been a bad guy.
You know, one question that's been answered is that she's the one that's doing it. So that's number one. Number two, she knows it's wrong, and she knows that she's actively doing it because
she's in pain, man. She's in pain, dude. She wants.
But she's conscious of the fact that it's wrong. When she has that conversation with Quicksilver,
I love
she's
that.
Like,
yeah.
She's like, you don't think that it's wrong? And then he's like,
no,
I'm impressed.
I like it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, you don't? Like, she's like shocked that the guy actually doesn't think it's wrong. So she, deep inside, she's like, yeah, man, what I'm doing is fucking wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just like Vision, or we think, because we saw him with the bullet holes in his chest.
That was fucking dark too, right? And you're
So
thinking,
what does that mean? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, dude, like I said, man, Willie, more questions, man. It's like these things are. But I tell you what, you know what I like.
Wait, sorry, can I just go back to the bullet
He's not the
holes?
version that was shot.
Exactly, but remember, if at the start of the episode they showed us him getting hit with the bullets. If you watch it again, the same bullets where Aaron Taylor Johnson got hit are the same fucking bullet holes that are on him, which is more mind fucking.
Quicksilver's supposed to be too damn fast to get shot by bullets, man.
Yeah, isn't he?
Well, I know you're talking about Ultron, though. You're talking about Ultron,
the one that sucks.
Yeah,
the sucky one.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Like, of course, they didn't really give him much. He didn't really have much of a. He didn't have any really much of a script in Ultron. And who knows? I mean, who knows why or why not? Like, why? I mean, who knows what the reasons is? But I would like to believe it's like, really like in basketball, man. You're given that shot to show what you have. The coach puts you in the game, and you're gun shy, and you don't measure up to the rest of the cast, right? The same thing happens in acting. Same thing happens in Hollywood. If
There's
you
a
don't
weak
fucking, you don't bring it, man. They're not gonna bring it back.
You finally get that chance with that girl that you've been wanting to bone, and then you can't get it up, or you shoot your shot too quick.
Hey, that's why. Hey, that's why we take those pills, man.
I was gonna say, I have pills for your problem, Willie.
Like the backup, because you hook up with a girl that you've been wanting to hook up for a long time.
It happens.
You're nervous.
Hey, but do you ask for a do-over?
No, you go to the bathroom, you drink your fucking pills, and wait 15 minutes.
Let's say that you didn't have any pills with you, and it's done. You didn't perform adequately or up to your standards.
Well, no, but the thing is, that's only when a condom is involved. Now, when she says, "Hey, we don't have to use one," then
shred crap, goodbye.
That's not a red flag, though. That's not a red flag.
Not for me. I mean, I'm not a fan of the helmet, bro. You guys know this. I hate that. Shrink wrap for me, bro. Even for me, it's harder to get it up with that helmet. I don't play basketball in a jacket, motherfucker. I play either skins or in a fucking sandal like you are, bro.
Man, I hear you, Willie.
You don't want to cover on the rim.
I hear you, but Eddie Murphy, man, in Raw, it's like I've put my chin on the crap table quite a few times, in that.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice. You're in that situation. You're given the peer pressure, like peer pressure within your head. And then you got this hot ass naked woman sitting right in front of you, and she's just like, "Hey, what's up?" And you're like, "Damn, if I don't do something, if something doesn't happen, it could be like my reputation would be shot. I got to do something." And then you just pray to God Almighty that
Have you ever done a pep talk with your wiener?
That 2 weeks later you leave unscathed, and then you could just. I mean, I was so paranoid, man.
Because that some girls talk too when girls talk.
Hey, dude, yeah, exactly. If a girl sneezed on me, dude, I'll go get tested. Like that's how paranoid I was, man. So, and I hear you.
Not trying to get burned.
Yeah. No, that's serious stuff. But,
hey, Pete, you seen?
We're not going there, Ali. We're not going there tonight. Don't worry.
Well, hold on. I don't want to. Let's stick a pile, man. We're
Go. Bring it back.
Okay. Dude, so Photon, we might
Told
see,
you, Willie.
other Avenger, man, like Monica Rambeau. I love
There
her
you go.
character. What do you think about Monica?
Oh, tell me how did Photon get her powers? Like in the comic book.
Well, okay, so I don't. Okay, I'm not familiar with it. I know that she got a bit of Carol Danvers' powers.
See,
and
that's right.
Okay, Marvel, right? But what's cool about this one is that because she went in and out of the perimeter, her body's changing molecularly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably where she's going to get her powers.
Yep.
And then a lot of people on social media are talking about when they tried to scan her, but they
Right.
couldn't get any. That they just got pure like
Energy.
white, ultraviolet. Well, not ultraviolet light, but it just looked like ray, like a really bright white light
Uh-huh.
with a little bit of yellow tint. And then there was this black in the corner. It really mimics and looks a lot like her costume.
Yep.
Her
Wow.
So she's not going to be a mutant.
Yeah, Willie was asking that.
no. Maybe no. I mean, probably not. But I mean, molecularly, she's changing.
Because if we're talking about her cells, they're basically what they're doing is they're mutating, right?
Well, no, they're not mutating. Something. So, you know, I don't think she.
They didn't
It's
use
like
the word
Carol
mutate, right?
Carol Danvers. No,
Mm.
it's Carol Danvers. She wasn't born with the shit.
Mm. Exactly what I was
No.
telling Willie. For mutants to be called mutants, they have to be born with the X gene, right?
Like if
There's
I want
another-
to get real, specific, the definition of mutation is the changing of the structure of a gene.
Well, hey man, you're right. Right. You know, who knows? Who knows?
I
Who
wouldn't
knows?
mind,
Now-
at this point in time, give it to me.
What's that?
I'm like, at this point in time, if they choose to make her a mutant, I trust the MCU with where they're going with it. You know what I mean? I'll be like, just give it to me. And I went like this. Give it.
Look, I know, right?
You don't get to pick your power though.
What's that? What's that?
You don't get to pick your power. You may end up looking like Toad.
Oh, shit. That's fucked up.
Remember
Or
Toad, right?
What if, Ali, everyone in the bubble right now, after this whole thing, become mutants? Right? Because everyone who comes in and out get changed, right?
Who knows, man?
Like which one of you guys knows the history of Nightcrawler?
I do.
Did he turn into that at puberty?
He was born like that, actually. Because he's a daughter.
Born?
He's the son of Mystique. So he gets the
What?
blow tinge.
Straight up, and yeah, he's performing in the circus in Germany.
Yeah.
And what did we see? What did we see at the end of episode 6?
Circus. Clowns.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any connection, but
Well, I don't, because you're talking about Germany, man. He's from Germany,
Yeah.
yeah.
But in the
but
Munich circus, yeah. I am called the
Look,
Great.
I want to go to talk about Monica Rambeau for a sec. Is that cool, pal?
Cool. I'll provide the pictures.
Okay, so Monica Rambeau, I think first of all, I think the actress. I'm following her now on
I like her.
Instagram. Like her, and I think she's a strong enough character to be in the MCU, and I'm really excited about that. So she kept referring to a scientist or astrophysicist. I don't know what you call it.
What was it?
saying-
Solvig?
Solvig.
Solvig?
She kept.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, she kept. Yeah. Is it the Beast or is it Mr. Fantastic?
Reed Richards.
I like that. I didn't see that. I thought she was talking about Solvig, the guy from Thor.
Like, well, I know someone that can handle something like that. I know someone that could do something like that. And then there also was an Easter egg, and I can't remember where I think it was when she came back, and this is where she died. She was split dead, right?
Yeah.
She died because she came back, and then she was walking through Sword. Okay, so Sword, the first time coming back to Sword,
yeah,
he meets up with the commander, right? I forgot his name.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't he reference to a lost astronauts or something in space?
Ooh, I did not catch that. Shit.
I don't know that either.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
So yeah, maybe we could look it up right now. I don't know, but I don't know.
But I know who it's referring to. If they said like,
what happened to Fantastic? They were astronauts. We know what happened to them.
Nice. Right? I did not catch this, Ali. That's fucking gold right there.
This could be another clue. But dude, there's clues all over the fucking place, man. I mean, there's just and what I like. Remember, pael, we covered Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, and we post-credit scenes. This is not the first time that let me rewind. Post-credit scene, the second one, with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Where are my shoes?
Yeah. So that's got to be the peak. That's got to be peak.
Yeah.
The peak. That's got to be the.
Talking about the peak. I like that.
And that's Sword. So, not talking about.
Can I complain about Sword a little bit, bro?
Sword.
Can I complain a bit about Sword? I don't like that it's Earthbound. You know what I mean?
Remember? Well, no, it's not Earthbound. That's the thing. It's just that the commander told her that.
No, but it said Sword headquarters. Remember when she was walking with the commander? It said Sword.
Probably Earth. Sword headquarters on Earth, but then you got the peak floating around there.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe, but we know it's out.
That's where Samuel Jackson is.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. But you know what though? This is the thing though. Okay, the timelines aren't the way that we perceive them to be. So maybe this is the very beginning, or maybe this because we're talking. Monica Rambeau's mother died.
The peak.
2 years.
Just so we know.
Yeah.
The peak.
Okay. So maybe what we saw in Far From Home. Well, no, I mean that's up to date. That's up to date because because that's post Endgame, and they made it clear that was post Endgame. So that's out. That's out
5
of the,
years. It's 5 years. Yeah.
It's 5. Yeah.
5 years into the future. So it's concurrent with Endgame. I mean, Endgame, and then Far From Home, and then this and Far From Home. They're all being blipped in, right? Remember when Spidey got blipped in? That's the hospital scene, right?
Yeah.
The hospital scene where she just appears where she disappeared. 5 years later, right?
Yeah. It's really interesting how they're connecting all the dots.
Yeah.
And you gotta wonder. They have think tanks, and who are in these fucking think tanks? Probably like the fucking the geekiest of the geeks, right? The fucking comic books inside and out, right? Along with whoever's in there trying to make this whole production work, and then Kevin Feige's there.
Feige's all over. Do you know he's even he's head of Marvel content, not just movies, even the comics.
It's crazy. Yeah. I hope the guy doesn't get a fucking aneurysm, right?
No.
So much on his plate.
And then you get some schmuck like Kathleen Kennedy that takes over and just completely ruins.
What was it? Don't worry, we got Fabs on that end, bro. And Dave Filoni's out to save the day.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Well, I was telling Willie, for this season, they said that they have like a Luke Skywalker level ending to this whole shit. We all know it's Doctor Strange is gonna be in it. I hope that's not it. I'm thinking I want to get a Michael Fassbender with white hair as Magneto.
That's my sense. That's my gut feeling that Magneto's going to show up at some point.
Right.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to figure out right now is like, have the X-Men, have the mutants always been there, or how are they going to be? But yeah, how are they going to be introduced? But if you think about it, they kind of already have been, and we forget that this whole thing with Endgame, it's like sort of like, I'm gonna go back to Jesus, right? When Jesus,
you come to Jesus. Okay, go. I'm just kidding. Messing with you.
Let me finish. So, for example, we see, because of the stories that we've heard and what we've read in the movies, this whole thing that happened to Jesus Christ, in our minds, we look at it as this catastrophic event where the entire world stopped. But this is one minute incident in the annals of history, to the point that it was Caesar is going through all the scrolls of what's going on in his entire empire, and he sees, what is this? Who is this Jesus Christ? Who is it? Who is this? Oh, Emperor, it's your whatever. Oh, Emperor, a man who claims to be the Son of God. Who took care of it? Oh, Pontius Pilate. It's over with. It's over with. Okay, next. Okay, what else happened? It was that type of it wasn't even a magnitude. It was just something that happened, and just so happened that his disciples spread his word, right? Okay. And there's miracles happening. So we have to look at it in that context as far as Endgame is concerned. Let's remember that this battle wasn't an epic battle with the entire world involved. It was just on one facility that got blown to smithereens. No one really knows about it except for the Avengers and all different universes that were there, and Thanos and his people. No one else knew what the fuck was going on, right? So we have to put it in that context. So you're talking about a tiny space, right? A tiny piece in the whole spectrum. And in that entire spectrum, there's all this other shit that's going on that Captain America and Iron Man and whoever have no fucking clue of. So for all they know, they think they're the only superheroes on the planet. But yet you got these other groups of people, X Factor, or just let's say X-Men for right now, X-Men. And let's remember what the X-Men were in the comic books. They were always in disguise. The X Factor were guys that made humans believe that they were exterminators. If you had a mutant problem, we'll go out there and take care. We'll take care of that mutant problem and exterminate them. But we know what the truth was. With X-Men, you had this mansion, very strange mansion, with a bald-headed man training all these people secretly, right? Cool. But certain people are in certain positions that are high up. Case in point, Hank, the Beast. But no one knows that he's a fucking mutant. So there's a lot of...
Well, they do, because he's blue. I hope in this version he's blue.
Yeah. But
right?
From
saying to be blue.
Work. But you understand what I'm saying? It can work, right?
Could work.
Yeah. Professor Xavier's school for gifted individuals.
Yep.
Yeah. No one knows that there's fucking mutants flying around over there doing some weird shit. No one's ever known.
We just found out about Wanda.
Would you put it past Marvel to totally rewrite the story of mutants and how they came to be?
I hope they stick to the books at least. I want,
because they're not sticking to the books when it comes to this whole WandaVision thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're not just like the Avengers Infinity. It wasn't. I mean, it still worked.
They're going against the book on WandaVision. What makes you think that? I mean, they got the rights now to the X-Men, right?
Yeah. Oh,
They can just go totally off script and just cut away from the book and just be like, hey,
they're cut away from the book pretty much at this point. You know, a lot of it, right? But it's fun to know where it's coming from.
But
the bubbles expanded.
Uh-huh.
We know Monica Rambeau is changing.
Yeah.
And they could just be like, fuck it. This is how we bring mutants in. Now we're gonna call these people mutants.
I don't think they're going to do it completely that way. I think if there's anything to learn from what happened with the Star Wars franchise over the last 7 years, you got to think that they're paying attention to that because they're all under Disney. Kevin Feige's not an idiot. He saw what happened, right?
No.
So
wait a second. We got 1 minute. Let's hold on, sure. Kevin Feige. Let's hold on, Kevin Feige. I have to send you guys like real quick. Then we'll end on the next one. Kevin Feige for Marvel compared to Kathleen Kennedy. That's where you were.
It's like man, I'm
well, thanks for staying up this late, bro. Gotta give it to you. That was fire. That was fire from the get.
Harrison Ford auditioning for Han Solo, and then fucking Sylvester Stallone walks in, you know, auditioning for the same role. You know, it's like that. It's that fucking extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Oh, that's the way I see it. There's no fucking comparison, man. And what I don't like. Willie, going to your point, man. You know, they could very well just do that, but I don't think they're going to do that. They're not that stupid because what they're going to lose their fucking base. They're going to lose the comic, the people that loved reading the comics ever since they were kids. They don't want to read that because they saw that Kathleen Kennedy risked that shit. Look what happened. You know, imagine it was a TV series in its second season that saved the entire Star Wars franchise. And what was the icing on the cake, what put them over, what brought Star Wars back outside of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni was that one fucking episode of Luke Skywalker, the person that we've always wanted to see what happened to him, what was his life between Return of the Jedi and
Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
I just don't think that Kevin Feige would ever do something like that. Kevin, so far he's been brilliant, right, Pael? Been fucking brilliant.
Brilliant,
yeah.
No, that's why they were saying that they still have that one ace for the series, you know. I hope it's not Doctor Strange, because that casting was announced. We've talked about it, right? We knew that he was going to be in the show. If it's that, I'll be a bit disappointed, but I'll still take it. But I want like someone like a Magneto, like another mutant. And this time, we know for sure that this is real. Because right now, we don't know what Quicksilver is. He doesn't answer the fucking questions. It's like, remember when we were kids? He's like, you're testing me. You're like, that can be Mystique, right? She could be, because she doesn't know shit. She's just posing as someone she loves. But is she? Because it's from another universe. It's like, again, more questions, man.
It can be Mystique because it's from another universe, but I really believe it's Silver from another universe.
Me too. That's where I am.
This is their segue into the multiverse. This is their segue into the multiverse, and it's probably going to be spearheaded. Well, he's one of the spearheads. Let's put it that way. But who knows, man? Who knows at this point? I'm still guessing what happens. But I'm expecting my gut feeling is going to be Magneto.
Me too.
But I'm thinking like I wouldn't be surprised if they just completely, throw us for another loop. I'm thinking like I'm expecting like for some reason we're gonna see fucking Blade. You know what I'm saying?
Mahershala.
And then
your boy Mahershala, who's working on it.
We're all gonna be like, what the fuck is going on here? And they want. You know, so.
Well, they did call my Quicksilver a vampire while he was sleeping.
Sleeps like a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. See? Yeah. So who knows, man? Who knows? All I know is that I can't get enough.
Me too.
I'm just like,
I'm hooked. Since episode 4, I've been looking forward to it. And the next ones are an hour apiece. You guys got that, right? I sent you the
8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10, 1 hour each.
1 hour each. No, 7, 8.
we're just getting the goods. We're getting this is.
And how many do we have left?
I don't know, 8. I think we have.
I think there's only 8 episodes.
I think so.
2 more, 7 and 8.
Yeah, 7 and 8.
I think
an hour each. This is gonna be
then
fun.
We got Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah.
Right
That's
after.
coming out
I'm
in March.
I'm excited for that one.
I'm excited for that one too. Now that looks MCU to me. You know what I mean? That's the MCU I want.
Yeah. So man.
Yeah. So we'll wrap it up, bro. Thanks for coming on board, man. Any final thoughts, Ali? Willie?
I'm just excited.
Okay.
Ali? Final thoughts before we close off.
Final thoughts. Well, on the way they're going, I'm just gonna keep having multiple orgasms, man. You know, like
The Ali and the multi-orgasm.
yeah, it's just gonna be. You know, I'm like I can't.
Multi-gasm.
I can't even jerk anymore. I'm just gonna be like this.
Let them do it for you, bro. Yeah,
The
but
multi-gasm of mad. Ali and the multi-gasm of madness.
Well, that's every Friday to everyone.
I'm really glad I was able to catch up with you guys, man.
Same here, bro. Same here. We were just like in the middle of it because we spent like a little bit of time waiting for you, right? So we were a bit into it, and then you were called like, okay, let's go. Let's start on Quicksilver. Fire. Thank you so much for staying up, bro.
Ali came and dropped the hammer.
I know, dropped it. Bring the hammer down. The mountain brought the hammer down. The peak. I hope we get to see the peak. You know.
Well, I know, right? I know.
Just so because I don't like Sword Earthbound. I want Sword out there. You know. Okay, last question before we go.
Sure.
You have to pick one. Pick one. Because we've heard astronauts. We know there's a mutant. Who do you want to see first? If you were to see just one, Fantastic Four or mutants in the show?
I want to see mutants. I want to see mutants, man. I mean, because we've been waiting for this shit. We've been waiting. Because look, the most popular teams in comic books, as far as Marvel's concerned, are those two, and they have to go down this path because House of M, the Avengers, and the X-Men had to work together. They had to work together.
Sure.
So they got to go down that path. They got to go down that.
I'd say the X-Men arguably were more popular than the Avengers, right?
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, so they have to, man. They have to. They got to do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, you know, like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We still have Loki. We still have What If. Fuck, we still have Hawkeye. We still have, you know, Falcon and Winter Soldier. We talked about that.
Yeah.
They're talking about Moon Knight.
I mean, is Blade going to be a movie or a series? Do you remember?
I think it's. I thought it was a series.
I don't know.
But then again, Oscar Isaac. That's right. That's his name, right? Oscar Isaac. Shit, he can fucking be a lead in a movie anytime, man. You know. Yeah.
Like a web TV shit.
He's like Chris
Oscar.
Evans. He's like Chris Evans. He's like all the actors that stick out. That I mean, actually, all of these actors are really good. They're all really good.
Pedro
But let's face-
Pascal. I'd put him at the same level.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and hey, man, I wouldn't mind seeing Pedro Pascal in the MCU. Fuck, why not? Maybe
Why
as
not?
one of the bad guys.
Who would he be? Ooh, harder question.
Who would he be? You know who I would want him to be? Like, this is just wishful thinking. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I would like him to be the leader of the Marauders, killing all the fucking Morlocks in the underground streets of Manhattan.
Which Marauder? Which Marauder?
Leader, the guy with the big ass gun. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I look at it. Oh, shit! I don't even know who I'd want him to be.
I mean, that was the first person to find.
Leader of Morlocks.
Aren't the Marauders? The Marauders are the enemies of the X-Men.
Leader of the Marauders. Leader of the Marauders.
Yeah. Man,
Don't
but I don't
they,
want him
like-
to leave Mando. I want him. Nathaniel Essex?
Of the Marauders.
Yeah, that's what I
The
put.
Marauders. Really? What's he look like? He got long hair, right?
Wait, let's check. Share screen. Share screen. Yeah, I just typed leader of the Marauders. X-Men?
No, we saw the Marauders in the whole series, the extended series that went into different comic books, in Cable and what's her name, Summers.
Yeah.
We saw the Marauders.
Yeah, we talked about that. The Messiah Complex.
Right?
Messiah Complex.
Yeah. We saw a bit of the Marauders in the new X-Men, I think.
Also, yeah. Yeah, cool, bro. Anyway, that was my last salvo of questions, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on, bro. We're over an hour, and I think we got most of it in. Hopefully, we get to finish it up. We got 2 more weeks of it. I'm excited. Hopefully, I also liked how they did it because they left us a cliffhanger in episode 5, so we get a whole episode of Quicksilver. Now I want to see what the fuck is happening. How are you gonna stop Wanda, man? Or are you going to get to stop Wanda? Is Doctor Strange the one gonna be stopping Wanda? We'll find out, man.
Well, if it's anything like the comic books, this thing is going to be long and drawn out. It's going to be like. Now I kind of wonder, like, is this going to turn into an actual movie just to establish
Multiverse of
the
Madness? Remember Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? We know she's in that, so.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But like in House of M, I keep going back to House of M because there's so many subplots. There's so many pockets of stories, right? And you have certain factions of X-Men, that are spread all over, right?
Yeah.
So like, are we going to get to see that? Like, are we going to see a Luke Cage? Are we going to see like all these, these different, like I said, factions?
Luke Cage had braids in that.
What?
I know. Yeah.
Luke Cage with the braids.
I mean,
old school with the head crown.
I mean, I don't think that they would do this, but would we see Hawkeye, Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, and we already know Vision's dead, but...
Oh, another thing. I wish the Vision stays there. That when the series ends, I want him to die. Because otherwise, no one really died in Endgame. You know what I mean? Aside from Tony Stark, whose contract is up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want Vision. Yeah. I want that to be the end. That's a good thing you mentioned it. Because for me, Vision has to stay dead. Let it be the heartbreak. The tragedy.
Vision can't be alive without the Mind Stone, right?
He's alive now. You know what I mean? Inside the... That's what we saw. Because he died when he came out. He died. So...
But the Mind Stone is not supposed to be there, right?
It's not supposed to be there, yeah. So what's powering him? Go.
So many... But,
Ali, what's powering Vision right now?
What happened though when he left the perimeter? When he went past Ellis, right?
And help me!
He started dying.
He started dying.
Mm. Hey, I got one question for you.
Go.
Would you would you guys sleep with homegirl?
Just
Or
that.
with the computer.
Darcy, Kat Denny.
Oh yeah, dude. Two broke girls.
Two broke girls.
Sure.
I love both of them. If I would have picked one, I would have picked her, not the blondie. Although, of course, what's the name of the blondie?
I forgot, but she was pretty hot.
She was pretty hot.
They were both.
They were both hot. But I like the way she's like skanky and dirty in that one. Right? She's the not poor, but you know the other one's the rich girl. And she's like the.
I'm just so.
Yeah, the blonde chick.
Yeah.
It's cool how there's so many connections, right? Like the dude, the FBI agents from Ant-Man, right? He on house arrest.
Yeah. And that magic trick, he pulls it in his ID.
Yeah. And it's even better because both of these guys, both of them are comedic. You know, even Darcy's she's the comedic presence in the Thor movies. You know, in the Thor films. She's the one that's making everybody laugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The comic relief.
So yeah, comic relief. So it's really good that it's perfect. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like they know what they're doing in terms of like, who'd have thought? Let's make Darcy come in and figure shit out. But at the same time, let's also bring in this FBI agent who was very noticeable in Ant-Man. You know, like they're very
B team. Let's put in the B team.
Yeah.
B team.
You know, it's just.
If we're talking about, I'm sorry to veer off. If we're talking about multiverses. In the other multiverses, then there should be other Mind Stones, right? Theoretically.
Possibly.
There should be like in every multiverse there should be Infinity Stones.
That's a good point.
Possibly,
yeah, because they did it in. No, but then they went to the past in Endgame. Remember, they stole it from themselves.
So going back to Ali's point of pulling Quicksilver from a different multiverse, is it possible that she might have also taken a Mind Stone from another multiverse?
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. How would you do that?
Because I think in my head, she's just opened the multiverse right now. In my head, you know what I mean? Yeah. She doesn't know how to manipulate it yet. We don't even know.
Since we were on the topic of the Mind Stone and how is Vision? I mean, because Vision came out of that bubble and he had the Mind Stone attached to his forehead.
No, but as he moved further, he started disintegrating, and then
the Mind Stone was.
No, when he died.
Was not.
No, when he started falling apart, he was turning all gray and shit. He fell on the floor, dead like that. No Mind Stone. I checked that. Yeah, so it's just like remember that one scene when, I think it was episode 3. Wanda, is everything okay? And then we see a dead Vision with an empty.
with
no Mind Stone. So she's resurrecting the dead fucking Vision. So again, too many questions, man.
So just Mind Stone.
Well, you said that. Okay, so she's tapping into, maybe that's the thing, maybe that's it. So in the process, because she's harnessing a lot of power, and she probably didn't realize that she had opened up another portal, which was an alternate, or not an alternative reality, but multiverse. You know?
Yeah, but we don't see a portal yet, right? That's my question. We don't know.
But that's probably what explains that explains how she's not able to have as much control as she once did. That perimeter has expanded as the episodes have gone on, I would imagine, because the people that are living near the edge
don't get her mind control powers anymore.
They're stuck. They can't even move.
Remember this, Ali?
Yeah.
She's crying. Fucking dark, bro. I'm like, this is like a horror comedy show. I don't get this.
Yeah. Dude, it's I think it moved into being the number one show right now. Did you know that?
No. Has it?
Dude, I think we have to check that because I was watching was it that one YouTube channel, the real something, the real rejects.
It's definitely trending.
Yeah, and I think they're the ones that said that Wandavision has moved into number one. Everyone's watching, like it's number one in the fucking world.
Yeah, it deserves to be because right now it's the best out there. I mean, again, not my favorite, but I like it. I'm enjoying it. I'm excited every week. I like this weekly format too. You know what I mean? I like waiting for a week. I like the delayed gratification.
You know what it's like? It's like you hook up with a girl, right? And the first two dates, like the first two sessions is kind of like she's kind of shy and shit. Like she's not really into it like you want her to be. And then, the third episode, she starts warming up a little bit. And you're like, oh, she's kind of potential. And the fourth and fifth episode, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm a freak.
Would you agree with me when I say, no, that last one, and we can end on this. Would you agree that the first time with every chick is always awkward? Isn't it? Right? Most of the time. Like maybe.
Oh, most of them?
Right?
No.
9 out of 10. I'd say 9 out of 10.
Not for me. I mean,
look at Mr. School right here.
I'm like a big ass teddy bear. I'm like a stuffed animal, man.
More like a grizzly bear.
Like a toy. Do whatever the hell they want with me. I'm a big ass grizzly bear that's so gentle. And so
sure
friendly.
You are, Ali.
Playful. Huh?
With that, let's close this, man. Let's go. Go.
I've been referred to as a teddy bear by so many women, man, throughout my life. She's just a big teddy bear. He looks so, but he's just a teddy bear. Believe me, So.
And you like that?
Of course. I'm not making this shit.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying you like it. You like it like that.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm saying that, for some reason, women, just they feel comfortable. At first, they're scared. I guess I would be scared too because this big ass grizzly bear, But then,
you're like M&M's, hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
Up on the inside, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, man. I'm keeping you both of you daddies up.
I'm just talking shit, but yeah, man. Hey, man, this is awesome, and it's been too long, and we got to do more of this shit. Because,
we should, man. We'll wait for you next time. If this is like at least you're awake, because I remember in some of the Mando episodes, you were like, I
was barely trying.
Barely, yeah, because Aaliyah was like very young back then, but now I'm guessing she's more sleeping.
Yeah, she's
Dwayne doesn't sleep till 12. I mean,
well, you know how it is, Willie, man. I mean, when the kid, like, he's 3, and like he has every trick already. He's like, he'll be like, I want some water, or I need milk, I need to brush my teeth. No, you already brushed your teeth. He's doing everything in his power to stay awake. Delay it. So, like, I'm starting to see through all of that now, and I'm like, no, it's time to go to bed, and he starts crying, he starts raising hell. You guys heard him crying earlier.
Yeah. Well, my question is, do you recognize some of his tricks as your own? You know what I mean? Like shit you tried to pull as a kid. Son, I taught you that through my genes, boy.
Yeah, the tricks that he's been doing is, I'll tell him, hey, that's not a toy, put it away. Or he'll be like, he's trying to get Lizelle to get him the chips in the top cupboard, and somehow the chips end up. Will Lazelle sometimes gives in and puts the chips on the table, and then I come in and I'm like, no, you got to eat your dinner first before you eat those chips. And then I'm walking out. No, I go, so put it back, right? And then as I turn around, he goes from putting the chips back to not putting the chips back and coming right back to the dining table. He's like that, he's like that. So he's sneaky, and then he'll be, he'll giggle too. He'll be laughing. He'll laugh. He'll be like, "Daddy, sneaky boy." Yeah, you are.
Playing on your good side.
Yeah, man, he knows how to do it already. And the one thing though is that he likes to throw rocks, and he doesn't just he throws them hard.
That's a
at
bad.
His cousin. Yeah, and but the thing is, they like to throw rocks at each other. And I told him already. I said, "Hey, put the rocks down. Put them down." And he puts them down. And then I remember spying on him one time, and he noticed that I wasn't around. So he went to go pick up the rock again. But before he picked it up, he was looking around again to make sure I wasn't watching. So he knows. He knows. He knows what's going on. He knows how to play that game already. So
He is 3, bro. He's got to go to school soon.
yeah, and he took that. He took my Mjolnir hammer.
Yeah.
He likes to whack his cousins in the face with that shit.
Oh, man. That's
Like,
rough.
hey, man. Yeah.
Were you that rough as a kid? Where is he getting that from?
I was rough, man. I was rough. My mom was always following me around, telling me not to play too rough with the other kids because I was twice their size. Right?
Sure.
I remember one time, Willie, you probably laughed at this shit. I remember one time, man, I got in trouble by the yard duty because, not those Ferris wheels, but those merry-go-rounds, right? Remember that? You guys love playing. Willie, you ever play on those merry-go-rounds?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep spinning them.
Yeah, so I was the strong one. So you got these little girls and little boys, right?
Making people throw up.
Telling me to, because they knew I was strong. They're like, Ali, faster.
Something you've heard probably even when you were a grizzly bear already.
Faster.
I'll miss you boys, man. We gotta keep doing this, man. At least for Wandavision.
I know.
What is it? I can't go any faster.
I'm doing my best.
If I go any faster, it's gonna come out.
Wait, let's wrap this shit up, bro. Thank you so much for watching, man. Well, adios. I'll stop it, but we can stay on. Adios.